Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.87. Earlier today, XRP rose up above $2.90, and everybody was saying this is the moment we've been waiting for. But it's not quite happening yet. Sure, XRP had a green day, but if you zoom out to the 7-day, you could see how we're still kind of fluctuating between $2.85 and $3, waiting for the next push up. Bitcoin also looked really good today as well. It's back above 123K. I just want Bitcoin to continue upward. It'll pull the rest of the market up with it, and it'll give us a better timeline for alt season as well. Right now, the mainstream media is flooded with all these Bitcoin maxis pushing the Bitcoin narrative, trying to get those last batch of retail investors into Bitcoin so that they could all cash out, use them as exit liquidity. It happens every time Bitcoin achieves a new all-time high. Right away, they got to push that narrative. Keep it going. Bitcoin's up only. Get everybody invested so they can cash out. Altcoins are loading the next parabolic move. 2017 birthed Millionaires. 2021 created legends. 2025 will define dynasties. This wedge is your warning. Expansion is next. Fade this setup and you'll fade your future. I thought that was a great post because this run is going to be something so much bigger than both 2017 and 2021. For the first time ever, we are going to have a massive amount of institutional money flowing into this space. It is going to get really crazy over the coming months. And Dark Defender is also very bullish on XRP as well. And he gave us this chart right here. So far, Dark Defender has been pretty spot on. He even showed this correction that we are experiencing right now. That pullback before the next major leg up. And that next leg up could get us well above $3, like around $3.66 to $4.50. Once we break above $4, that's when it gets really interesting, because I cannot wait to see how much money starts flowing into XRP. You're going to have FOMO. Right now, the narrative is XRP is never going above $4. The top is in for XRP, and it's all nonsense. They want you to believe that so that you stay out of XRP and you invest in Bitcoin, or you get shaken out and you invest in something else. The setup is perfect for XRP. Crypto Millionaire says, show me a chart with more juice than XRP. It's beyond bullish, and I agree. I mean, the setup is absolutely incredible. Once XRP starts breaking out, it is going to be so violent. You're going to see such a violent move to the upside when it begins to happen. The first initial push up is always something spectacular. And then everybody starts to talk about how high XRP is going to go. Are we going to see a $50 plus XRP and so on? But the big catalyst, I think, the big early catalyst is still going to be the ETFs. That's going to be the real price mover early on. You couple that with Clarity, ISO, and so on, and all of a sudden you have the perfect storm for XRP. But nothing changed with the chart. Even though people are like, well, the price is still under $3. Why is XRP still under $3? You know, here's what it comes down to. We are still following Bitcoin. When Bitcoin takes a dump, the rest of the market dumps with it. Eventually, That will no longer happen. XRP every once in a while starts to break out without Bitcoin. And I'm waiting to see if that happens again, because I think a lot of people are going to get positioned into XRP ahead of the ETFs. We could see a lot of money flow in throughout the rest of October. Breaking $2 trillion, Citibank just said live on CNBC that Bitcoin will continue to go up for the next 12 months. Take a listen.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think going into late 26, your forecast for Bitcoin and Ether are pretty good, yes?
Not mine, but our team's. So we're looking for continued follow through there. It kind of comes back to your discussion earlier on how to think about your alts in terms of gold and crypto. And I think your commentary is spot on there. I mean, I think we just have to allow that. You have a very aggressive momentum-driven equity market, and so I think people don't want to miss that. So you're looking for your hedging opportunity, and the way we see it, in addition to central bank buying, as you mentioned, I think that those two asset classes become hedges of choice as you're trying to navigate this ongoing strength, highly valued but momentum-driven equity market.
I disagree with him 100%. I think Bitcoin's top is going to come in most likely by the end of 2025. I don't think the pullback will be as deep on Bitcoin this time around, because there's a lot of institutional money still sitting in those ETFs. But once the spot XRP ETFs go live, I think a lot of that money is going to flow from the Bitcoin ETFs into the XRP ETFs. Same thing with the ETH ETFs. I think a lot of that money will shift beyond Ethereum as well. You know, these institutions, they want something new, something that they haven't had access to before. And that's what the XRP ETFs are going to do. It's something beyond Bitcoin. It's something beyond the narrative. And that's why I think they're going to outperform both the Bitcoin and ETH ETFs. But I don't see this run lasting to the end of next year for Bitcoin. More crypto millionaires record it. Take a listen to this.
Well, the rise in Bitcoin recently helped create another 70,000 crypto millionaires. That's just over the past year. There are now 240,000 people with crypto holdings worth $1 million or more. That's according to a new report from Henley & Partners and New World Wealth. There are 450 crypto centimillionaires. Those are folks with $100 million or more in crypto, and 36 crypto billionaires. The price of Bitcoin more than doubling, of course, over the past year, and the total market cap of all crypto has increased by over $2 trillion. So how much of that is going to be spent? Well, new research by a group of economists found that for every dollar gained in crypto wealth, crypto investors spend about 10 cents. So that would equate to about $200 billion in additional spending this year.
So they expect crypto millionaires to spend 10% of their wealth. And just wait until they get a load of how many millionaires are made with XRP. Take notice, they always try to push the narrative that only Bitcoin holders are becoming millionaires. But there's going to be a lot of people making $1 million plus by holding XRP also. And I got to play one part of this clip also, because he goes on to talk about how people will continue to hodl.
But the broad group of crypto millionaires, they are really holding on right now because they think prices are going to go higher. And they can't borrow much against crypto. So they really have to sell their positions, and that's something that I think lenders are going to have to start working on.
Right. And if they do sell, I know you pointed this out this morning, they're likely to do so in an area where they're not going to get taxed to death on it. Yep.
Yeah, so when this study looked at the crypto populations, they found they're most concentrated in low-tax states, which is not surprising for many reasons. But you look at who the beneficiaries would be. It's Texas, it's Florida, it's Tennessee, it's the Sun Belt states that have seen big population growth, especially younger population growth, that don't like to pay taxes.
So it's also going to benefit some states as well. But for the most part, I think a lot of crypto holders, they're reluctant to sell their crypto too soon. They see the opportunity with crypto now, especially with something like XRP. You know it's the future. You know it's going to be moving money all around the world on a daily basis. Why sell it into US dollars? Some people are eager to sell it, but anybody that understands what they're holding will continue to hold it. Plus, we are close to getting passive income as well. XRP price prediction 2025. XRP news today and why Alpha Pep is the best crypto pre-sale. They always try to show you a meme coin in these XRP articles. I never understood that, but I think it's because they are paid to talk about certain meme coins. But they're saying the bullish outlook for XRP by the end of this year is only $5. Wait until they get a load of the ETF inflows. I'm telling you now, it doesn't take a lot of money to move the price of XRP. Nobody ever talks about the market cap multiplier in these articles either. Why would they not point that out? It's because they don't want you to believe that XRP is going to 2 digits. They still want to keep you away from XRP. That's the narrative outside of the XRP community. XRP and Ripple, you saw about how much was put in the last couple of days. Record breaking for them. This comes from Patrick Bet David. Take a listen.
What a great point. ACH is younger than Wire, yet Wire is faster. So you're saying
with 10 warnings on it. When you click here, the other bank's going to get it. Be sure it's a bank.
Yeah, but you got guys, you hear Ripple, XRP, Swift, what that could do, and you saw how much money was put into Ripple just in the last couple of days. Record breaking for them as well, XRP. So what is your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I think that Swift is a very antiquated system, and it's funny how it's actually like a messaging device where you say, "Hey, we're sending you over X amount of money." Like, okay, then the bank adjusts accordingly. So it doesn't actually send money, as far as I understand it. But all the stats I've seen on how fast Ripple could do it, or any of the others that are competitors for that, they could do it much faster, much more cheaply, and that's really the pain point of replacing that system, is because you can't send money, a large amount of money, to somebody in another place in the world instantly right now.
You're not alone. A lot of people are thinking that. A lot of people.
I like the fact that they're putting it out there on what Ripple is capable of doing, replacing Swift. And that's why people will continue to invest into this cryptocurrency. They already know that the Swift system is broken. And it's not that people are betting on that happening. It goes so much deeper than that. It's Swift, Ripple replacing Swift, but beyond that, it's also institutional adoption of the XRP ledger. It's all kinds of gaming ideas coming to the XRP ledger, micropayments, tokenized assets. It's so much bigger than just Ripple versus Swift. 2025 looks a lot different than it did back in 2017, 2018. Breaking news, the U.S. government is now forecasted to last nearly 24 days. The government shutdown to last 24 days. The shutdown started on October 1st. Also, spot XRP ETF decisions deadlines are the 18th to the 25th. Coincidence? All spot XRP ETFs would get approved on October 25th. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with those ETFs. Nobody really does. Are they going to be delayed now into November? Or once the government reopens, is Paul Atkins just going to fast track these ETFs? Because Eleanor Tourette told us that the spot ETFs are different, so they have to get approval from the SEC. Let's see what happens. And Jerome Powell's speech will still take place today despite the government shutdown. Now, what he says can be a game changer for crypto. All of a sudden, we could see a major breakout happen. But if it's something negative that he says, we could also see a crash in crypto as well. I want to prepare you now for either scenario happening. I just hope he talks about rate cuts, and it's very bullish for crypto if he does. And if you look at the chart on XRP right now, even though we're sitting at $2.87, rest assured, XRP could start to break out right now. People don't realize that. They're always like, it doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. It sucks holding XRP when it's going sideways or it's fluctuating up and down every single day. But when the breakout begins, it will all be worth it. I'm telling you now, XRP is going to mint millionaires in this run. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.